Good afternoon, crafty friends. Sparkle here. Today I am doing some alternate index cards as inspired by lots of people. What comes to mind is scrapbooking with me, Miss E, uh, Shinuki Art. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry. But you get the gist. A lot of the gals have made them, so I've taken some ideas from here or there. I had some of my snippet clusters that I had added beads to last week. So I thought I would use these as a focal point. So I just had some 5 by 3.5 cards. Well, they were the bigger ones, but I cut them down to this size. And I have some tracing paper that I stamped on. And I have some of my girls and a homemade tab, and I stitched around them. And yeah, I'm going to be using some decoupage or collage page, and we'll mass produce these. So I'm only going to be doing three. So I have some stuff in here. This is just my Dollar Tree mat here. So I want to get some of this down. And I had in my stash some Tim Holtz collage paper. So I thought we could use that. And I'm just going to crinkle it up because I'll pick up some of the ink later when we smush some ink on them. So let's get this down. And I have some scraps from the one from yesterday, so we'll just put that on here. I don't want to stick to my thing. And a little bit over here. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just set this aside. Let's move some things so I have some room. And we can do these others too real quick. So we're putting a layer of this, and then we'll put our paper on, and then we'll put another layer of the Mod Podge or Collage Podge, whatever your medium is, on top of this to set it. So whoops, I didn't crinkle that one up, but I wanted it crinkled. So hopefully I can still open it. Yep, it's all good. And one more. So it's raining in the desert today, which is very unusual for February, but we'll take it. There were a few clear spots, so I quick took the dog out for a walk. You can use tissue paper or pattern paper. I think Missy used some pattern paper. That works nice. Okay. Now we'll put a top coat of this on them, and then you would dry it with your dryer, which I didn't take out. And I don't have water to dip my brush in, but if I take it and add some acetone to my little cup here, that'll take this Mod Podge right off. Okay, so we are done with this. I shouldn't be wasteful here, but I want to get the top back on so it doesn't dry out. Okay. So now is when I would get my dryer out. So let's do that. And I apologize for the noise, my friends. Okay, so they're dry, and we'll trim them off, and I will save these pieces. Because sometimes I just need a little something. So and these will flatten down when we're done. I can put them under something overnight. So I'm not worried about them. Yeah, I want to thank you all for all your support, and especially for the clob video that I did on the wax seals. That went over very well. I was a little leery. I didn't know what I was going to demonstrate, and yeah, I love my wax seals, so I'm glad I was able to do the video and get such positive results, and I thank you all for your support. It means the most to me. Okay, then I check them now for any loose ends. If any of this didn't get a good stick, I'll just go through with my glue here. Just on the sides. I'm actually going to stitch on this later, so just if anything looks awry, I think we're okay. Yeah, they're okay. Okay, And I also, at this time, wanted to round my corners. Let's use the big one. Let's see. Then I want to pick two ink pad colors. I'm actually using some of my ink pads from close to my heart, and they must be 10 plus years old. Oh, more than that, probably 15 years. And they still have ink. So all I want to do is look at my focal points that I'm going to be using, which are these guys here, and just try to match the pads to some of these colors so they don't clash. Like this one could be blue and pink, rusty colors, stuff like that. So let's get rid of some of this so you can see. Okay, so we're going to smush with I like to use a clear block, an old clear block. And let's see, this one's got blue and pink, so here's a pink. I know different people use different ink pads. Some of them use the oxide pads or the Tim Holtz pads, but this works for me. So I just put some ink on there, spritz it with water, and then I'm just dabbing, and it's picking up the blue. And yeah, then I wipe that off. And because they're all going to be different. And this one I want to add some pink. So I know, I'm hoping there's some on there. Beautiful. Okay. So I just wanted a little bit, maybe a little bit more on this one. Okay, that's perfect. Now to save that, you can just take an old card here and mop it up with that. Okay. Okay, so that can be this one. And then this one, let's use, this has some yellow and some rust. So I just took a bunch of colors out here. So let me find some yellow and rust. So I'll put our ink. Oops. Okay. And oh my word, these are colder than the hills. I'm so glad they work. I'm not wiping that off because these colors blend nice together. Just don't want to get everything wet. Let's go down here and over here and maybe over here. Nice. We'll mop this up. Okay. And then for this one, Looks like a red and a green maybe. Let's try red and green. Now I don't want it to look like Christmas though. So let's use this barnyard red. That looks nice. And let's find a green. I'm sure I have a green up there. I only have about 12, 13 colors. This is when I lived in New Jersey and Wisconsin. Whoa. Okay. So yeah, when you do things in a mass mode, you get a lot of ways to mix things up a little bit. Okay, so the ink it goes in all these nooks and crannies that we've created earlier. Okay, so now we have to let these dry. Let me finish mopping this up. And I'll use that for something. No worries. Okay, so we're going to give these a quick dry. So hold tight. Okay, I see. I'm going to get this mat off here now. We're not going to be inking or anything that we need this mat on here. Okay. I do see some of this is coming up, probably because the heat gun, which I didn't expect. So, let me just go over it. And like I said, this one totally straightened out once it dried. So, these will also. And I'm not going to sew them now while they're still a little bit damp. But later I'll sew around the edges like I did on here. But I could do that later. So now we have our three pieces that we want to finish. So let's take our tracing paper and decide which is your top and bottom, and you're going to put it down here, just on three sides like a pocket. So yep, I love this tracing paper, and I like that you can print on it. I print on it often for the decorative paper to use in my journals, and I like it a lot. We'll cut that off in a minute. Yeah, so I'm looking for some ideas. I have some more envelope projects I want to do. But if there's anything anybody has an idea that they'd like me to try, I'd be happy to accommodate you. Let me know in the comments. And then I just have a word stamp that I'm going to stamp on these just to give them some more elements. trim the bottoms off. Yeah, I suppose I could have waited to round my corners till now, but I didn't, so that's okay. See, they're already starting to flatten out once they're dry. All right, got those done. All right. All right, there you go. So let's use some Stays-On ink. This is Timber Brown, and this is just words. Oops. Normally I put a clear glue dot on this cover to keep it intact, but I don't have clear, so I'm going to try some washi. I don't know if it'll work. But if you glue your top in there, and then it should stay on when you open it. So my words are that way. Perfect. All right. So we have the bulk of our little cards done. I'll let that ink dry a little bit. And I have, for embellishments, for my tabs, I just cut out some circles. These are 1 1/4 inch circles. And if you fold them in half and then just cut you can do them however you want. I'm just going to cut them just like that. Then you have a little tab, because I don't have a whale punch. This is similar to it, but those will work. So just fold them in half and just take a little nip off each side. There you go. And I'm always trying to find ways to do things economically if you don't have all the little gizmos and everything that are out there. Okay, this one goes here. This one with the green goes here, and this one goes here. They each get one of these. And I just have these people that I got from Amazon, so I want to put them on there. They're smaller than my big people, so we're going to use these. And I wanted to ink the edges. I like using my watercolor, black Marvy watercolor pencil, and I'm just wetting the tip. It would be nice if you could dip it in something, but I don't have a dip. I don't have any water here. Well, I do. Hold on. Let me take that thought back. I just had an idea. I know, that's scary. Sparkle gets an idea in the middle of a craft, it's usually scary. But how about some of the gold leaf? Let's finish this one and try gold leaf on the other two. I like how it just it collects in there, especially with the tissue paper. Let's get this. And it runs a little bit. I like that. So you see how it's just a little bit runny? You can mess it up too with your finger. Maybe in the corners. Okay. But let's try some of my Gilder's wax paste. Since my fingers are dirty already, let's try, I don't know if it'll pick up on here. Oh yeah, that would be nice. And you don't have to do it all over, you can just let it grab where it wants. So that's a different look. Let's do this one. Mix it more in the corners. And it has a different effect on different mediums, so I like that look. Good job, Sparkle. Let's clean your gilded paste wax off your fingers. All right, so we have our little things to put together here now. So for these, I'm going to pop these up on some glue dots, okay? And these are just clusters I made last time with a big stamp, some book page, some cheesecloth, ball pen with a charm. So these are just going to get off to the left-hand side. And this is for you. And we'll play around with him later. And okay, these are self-stick. So I'm only going to stick them on the bottom. So I'm going to just take off the peel halfway. So they're only halfway. If you took it off here and you didn't want the sticky, just put some talc powder or some baby powder on here and it'll take the stick away. But this will work because I want this still to be a usable pocket. Okay. And then we'll put our little tab someplace on here, maybe over here. our little homemade tab. Yep, I often don't have what I see one of the designers or the artists doing. I don't have all the material, but I usually can make do. So there's one. And this one, we'll put one of our little people down here again. I only want to go up half, well, 3/4 of the way up. Put her right there, so we still have a pocket. And this is one of very similar to the other one. This has a little house. Well, the envelope looks like a house. So we'll put a pop dot on here. Or, I don't know what you call them. I call them pop dots. Big pop dot. Put that over here. And then we have our little corner tab. Let's put that over here and towards the middle. So they're all just a little bit different. And we have one more. This is a mason jar the same way, ribbon, cheesecloth. That's on an old envelope. So put that up there. Put our gal here. She's very casual today. She has her jeans on and she's just hanging out. So we still have a pocket here. Everything works. And we have our little tab. Put her over here. Yeah, you can make these bigger too. These are just the circle punch I grabbed. But there you have it. Some lovely altered index card pockets. I don't know what we're going to call them. Girls out for Girls' Day Out or something. I don't know. But I think they're cute. So thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.